Hi Eagles, it's January and it's time for our next monthly tech challenge. This month we're working with a website called Twinery or Twine in order to create your own choose your own adventure stories. So once you get to twinery.org, you're going to go to the right hand side where it says use it online. So you'll see I have one story saved here, but I'm going to create a new one over here on the right hand side. So the cool thing about Twine, but maybe also something that's not so great about it, is that you don't have to create an account to access the tool. The problem with that is that your stories are saved within your browser, so you only have access to them on the computer that you created them unless you choose to share it with somebody else. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So here's my test story, and once I chose to title it, this page popped up, this mapping page or graphic organizer, which is going to show you all the different options that you're creating for your choose your own adventure story. So in this first text box, in order to edit, I'm just going to go ahead and double click on it, and it gives you some directions here in order to be able to follow the formula of the actual site. But I have some text that I've already created, so I'm just going to paste it in there. And you'll notice at the bottom that I have two separate phrases that are contained within two sets of square brackets. So those are the options that my reader has to choose his or her own adventure. So I have to put those phrases in those double sets of brackets. They automatically turn blue. And once I'm finished with this, I'm going to click X, there's no need to save. You'll see that my map now has those as two separate options. So this looks a little weird, right? If you want to view it as you would like your reader to see it, you can go down to play, and it will create a page that actually looks a little bit easier to read. So you'll see I have the option to choose between those two different adventures. So you can choose to add more than two adventures. You can actually choose as many as you would like. So don't be limited by just those two different options. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more detail to my story, and I'll come back and show you how to save it. Okay, you'll see that I've added additional details to my story. In fact, I have 3 different levels or tiers to my story. That's a requirement for your project. You have to have at least 3 tiers, but you can have more if you choose. So 1, 2, 3 tiers to my story. So I'm ready now to go ahead and submit it for the contest. So I'm going to go down to the little symbol next to the title of my story, and I'm going to choose to publish it to file. And I hope you can see here, it's actually going to create a download, or it's going to download the file as an HTML type of file, which is a kind of a strange type of file if you haven't seen it before. So the next thing I'm going to do is go up to the little hamburger on the right hand side. I'm going to go to my downloads, and you'll see it's the first file that is in my downloads folder. So I'm going to open the downloads folder, and you should see it, and actually on your computer should pop up probably as the first file that you see. On mine, here it is, my Powerball winnings. So what I'm going to do with that is actually drag it over and drop it into my Google Drive. Okay, so now whenever I go back to my drive, I can give it a second, and my Powerball winnings shows up right here. So the preview looks very similar to the way you want it to appear for your readers, but if you double click on the file itself, it looks like this really strange, funky bunch of text. Don't be alarmed. What you're going to do is go ahead and share it with me in order to submit it. So my email address, kellyoliva@wsdr4.org, of course. Hit done, and then when I am ready to actually open it, I'm going to download the file when it comes to me. And when I go to view it, it actually will look like this. It'll look like an actual story. So I hope you guys have fun creating these. If you have any issues, of course, you know you can come and ask me for help. And if you need more information or a step-by-step guideline for how to submit or how to create the story itself, you can go to the Destiny page, look at January, write a choose your own adventure story. If you click on that, you'll see a handout that will walk you through the process step by step. So these are due Friday, February 5th for a chance at that $10 QT gift card, and I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.